Profesorul Ian Goldin, de la Universitatea din Oxford, conducător al celui mai important centru de cercetare interdisciplinară a globalizării, a acordat un interviu în exclusivitate pentru Televiziunea Română.
Professor Ian Goldin, welcome to the Romanian National Television. You are launching today the Romanian version of your book, The Pursuit of Development. You have written extensively, included in this book, about development, but what do we actually mean by this concept?
Development is about human progress. It's about many things which matter deeply to us: our life expectancy, our incomes, our education, our knowledge of what's happening, our health in many ways, and our ability to develop our countries, our communities, and civilization. So it's a very broad concept, and it's, I think, everything that matters.
Romania has in the last years an important rate of economic growth. Is this a good thing or a bad one, having in the eye that the development of the country is much slower, probably on the last places in Europe?
Congratulate Romania on really the fastest growth in Europe, and it really is a tribute, I think, to many factors in the leadership, etc. So, I think growth is a good thing because it gives you more resource. When you're growing more rapidly, you can invest without without cutting. It's easier to do politics in high growth than slow growth. You're not fighting over a fixed cake, you're fighting over expanding resources. So this is good. The question is this incredible opportunity used effectively? It's a strategic moment for Romania. And the question is, how is this additional resource used to ensure responsible macroeconomic management, but also to ensure investments in education, investments in inclusive growth, investments which really do provide the foundation for future development. What we've seen in many countries in Europe is rapid growth followed by crisis, including in Spain, extremism growing, and in some other countries, Poland, we see extremist growing as well. So it's very important that the cohesion of the society, and I think that's about investing in people and in safety nets, etc., that is done, and renewal. The future of Romania, the future of all countries is very different. The pace of change is accelerating. And so, to ask, what is Romania going to be in 2030? Where will it be? What is the industry? What are people going to be employed in? How does it engage in this world of automation, robotics, etc.? What will its role in Europe and the world be? This is the time when you have the capacity to think because you have resource.
Corruption has a negative influence on development. How can we deal with it?
Corruption is a cancer. Corruption is everywhere. I know there are big issues in Romania at the moment around this. I've been following this. I think it's very important to recognize what corruption does. It undermines democracy. It undermines decision-making, where some people are able to capture resources and through that have an influence which is not a representative one, a secret. So it is a terribly corrosive force. And it's very important, I think, that corruption, when it's seen, is identified and dealt with very severely, because it's an example. In my country that I grew up in, South Africa, I've seen corruption really reverse the gains of President Mandela and I and the team that was involved. And it's a tragedy when that happens. It's a tragedy for the whole country, and in our case, I think, for the region. It can happen very quickly, and I think it's very important that it's not just simply seen as a money problem. It's not just the capture of resources, it's actually a political economy question. Is our country accountable? Are our leaders accountable? And do they have special privileges? Or do the rich have different rules to the poor? One of the reasons for extremism and the growth of extremism in the US, I believe, and in parts of Europe, is that people believe the rich have different rules to the poor. They believe that, that somehow they're creating a system which is not fair. And fairness requires no corruption. So I think zero tolerance on corruption is absolutely essential for sustainable development.